Just because we consume the oil as a fuel doesn't mean we wouldn't consume the meal in a feedstock.
We could easily use our entire vegetable oil production in North America, turning it into diesel.
It's probably never smart to have all your eggs in one basket.
On that food fuel side, just to add in here, just because we consume the oil as a fuel doesn't mean we wouldn't consume the meal in a feedstock. The meal goes into dairy feed, fantastic, all pile of other ones. So it doesn't necessarily mean canola or crushing it, everything's going to fuel. If that's what you're like driven on, a lot of it goes into animal feedstock. Right on, no problem.
Well, and
Bang on.
doesn't canola make a better fuel than a lot of other oils?
Not sure better, but it's more
jet fuel. Jet fuel in particular. Go on there, quick, Dick. You got a point there.
Oh yeah, I don't have the specifics on that, but to Ryan's point on feedstock, yeah, you see it a lot in dairy. There's a lot of guys that are supplementing in cow-calf operations when you get down into the feedlot side of things and beef production, and you see it a lot on the pork side of things too. Like, I mean, there's endless places where I can't remember who it was that said feedstock. Yeah, feed whatever you want with it, right? I mean, you get into the Chinese markets and some of these places, a lot of it goes to aquaculture, right? I mean, there's no reason we can't be doing the same thing around here too. There's just, it's endless. It's a really versatile feedstock. And I think it's probably one of the greatest crops that's happened to Western Canada in probably the history of farming.
Darren Kennett is saying, put the size of the diesel market into perspective. The USA uses 123 million gallons per day. This equates to 46.59 million bushels canola per day, assuming 10 liters of biodiesel per bushel, or 1.05 million tons of canola seed per day. Per day. The market is massive.
Just the U.S., right?
Just the U.S. Yeah. Yeah. God bless America. Good old 250 there. So any comments on like the size of the market? Like this sounds like a drop in the ocean. Is that a fair assumption?
Well, to make it simple, we just look at what the blend percentage is, right? So the biomass based diesel, renewable diesel, and biodiesel is, I don't know, in Canada it's sub 10%, in the US same thing. So these huge consumption of vegetable oils for diesel is still less than 10% of the total consumption of diesel. So, if we really wanted to push things, we could easily use our entire vegetable oil production in North America, turning it into diesel.
If that refinery outside of Edmonton didn't exist, would we be even having this conversation? I was texting with Ryan Denis this morning. He said the farmers he knows around there are not talking about that plant at all. There's no talk of it. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, I was just going to comment on the massive size of the energy market. The U.S. in their recent, like say, EPA registration of all the rules to be able to do this, essentially made canola the second best oil to be able to use within that process. If the U.S. got to full capacity on this, they don't have enough soybean oil in that country to be able to actually blend into all of their mandated rules. So they need a whole bunch of other food stocks coming in. So whether it be canola oil, used tallow, used cooking oil from China, they actually can't consume enough. So it's a huge, again, underpinning on the canola market, other vegetable oils or greases, you name it. Same type of thing up here. Our actually issue in North America is we can't crush enough canola or soybeans to be able to fill their demand. So when we talk about putting up crush plants like, Dick was talking about here, we could put up double the amount of crush plants and it would consume our entire crop. But that's actually the bottleneck here in North America is how fast we can crush the seed to be able to make it into oil.
Anybody got a comment on that?
Well, like capacity wise, I believe right now, just like I'm just speaking just within the province of Saskatchewan, we have the capacity to process 80% of our canola crop. But like Canada wide, like we export 90% of our canola crop. We export 3 times the amount of canola oil to the US than we actually use locally here. And like Ryan was saying, I mean, let's just it would be endless between Canada and the U.S. with biofuels alone. I mean, we could technically use our entire canola crop and just use it right here in North America. I mean, it's probably never smart to have all your eggs in one basket, but we do have the capacity to be able to do it for growing it. But it's the processing part where we start getting bottlenecked. And you don't just find that in the canola market. You find that you're just talking about tallow, like you find that in the beef market as well. I mean, processing capacity is a really big thing, and that's where I think we're starting to see these big variations in commodity prices, be it canola, be it beef, be it anything. I mean, if you have to send it away somewhere else to get it processed, you are no longer in control of the price of it or what you have to buy it back at.